Hey now. What do you say? Well, first of all, welcome to the show. I want to tell you that George Takei, our announcer, is here for the week. He has just, I guess, flown into New York. When did you get here, George?
I got here yesterday afternoon. And it is good to be back in the studio with all of you.
Somebody told me that you are purchasing or perhaps considering buying an apartment in Manhattan where you'll be here more often. Is that true?
That is true. We're in escrow, or in contract, as they say here.
Yeah.
And we close next month, 17th of next month.
So you will be a New York City resident for some of the year.
For some of the year. We'll be primarily a California resident, but yes, we're going to have a condo here, and we'll be able to see you more often, and maybe even drop in for just a few hours.
Wonderful. Now, the other thing I heard is that your marriage to Brad, which was among the first gay marriages in California.
That's right.
Even though they took away the right to get married in California, that your marriage is still valid.
Our marriage still stands together with 18,000 others.
Damn it.
And
foiled again.
Yes, we wanted you to join in that 18,000.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy for you, George. I'm just being a scumbag.
Artie, you look great.
Thank you, George.
I haven't seen you in a while. You're full of changes. I mean, you're constantly changing.
Yeah, well, I'm an interesting yet boring guy.
No. You are always interesting. And this is the most interesting. I'm so proud of you.
You know, I was in St. Louis this weekend, Howard. People are so excited about George coming on.
They love it. They love when he's here.
Everybody was like, George is coming on. We love it.
When George is here, the room lights up.
Well, St. Louis is a great city. I've been there with many Star Trek conventions.
Howard, the Stern Show is so big that they love you there, man. It's really a good town for the show.
Oh, wherever I go, now
people love you.
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
It's not just Star Trek.
Right.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
Good, because listen, I mean, why should you be known for one thing? I mean, you've done a lot of things.
Exactly. It's about time.
What's going on with Heroes? What is going on with Heroes? Are you on it? Are you off it? Are you not allowed to say?
I'm not allowed to say,
okay.
But I can wink at you.
Wink, all right.
That's creepy.
You saw me fall off that high-rise building, in the second season.
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, but nobody dies in Heroes. It's kind of weird. Like, you die, but then they go backstory, and then all of a sudden you're alive again, and you can revive yourself. It's perfect.
I wish they'd kill somebody like McLean Stevens in a MASH or something.
And stay dead.
Yeah, stay dead.
Well, I have a son who travels in time, back and forth.
Right.
So that's what keeps me coming back.
Right. So things are You're working on. We're assuming you're working on Heroes, even though you can't say.
I can't say.
Wink, wink.
Your marriage is still valid.
Valid and happy and galvanized.
Isn't it weird though that like your brothers and sisters who are gay can't get married? Like you're married, okay, but it kind of takes away the fun when everyone else can't get married.
It's so ridiculous.
I mean, and it's so unequal. What the Supreme Court's done is created three classes of people. Those that can get married and divorced and married and re-divorced and remarried again. And then there's a group like us who got married and could get divorced if we wanted to, but we can't get remarried again.
Right.
And then a third group of people who can't get married at all. So they've just made it more complicated.
It's confusing.
It is. And it's unequal and it's undemocratic and it's unconstitutional because the Supreme Court still maintains that marriage equality is a fundamental constitutional right. So, there are contradictions there.
Well, it's good to have you here. As a matter of fact, you might notice that Robin is missing this morning.
Yes, I did.
And the reason Robin is missing this morning, she is en route to the show. I don't even know that her plane has landed yet. She was in California for her triumphant appearance at the Joan Rivers roast. Did you know she was?
I did.
You knew that.
Artie told me.
Yeah. George and I have worked together on the roast, the William Shatner roast, where George killed. But you have confirmation. Robin did catch the red eye, so she's
she's on her way.
She's on a plane, but I don't know. It might be late, or I don't know what's going on. I fully expected this. I was kind of, I don't know, maybe I was being overprotective, but I thought it was weird that Robin was going to do the Joan Rivers roast because
it's hard. I
know first of all, she's not a comedian, but they can write you stuff and it's funny.
George
I'm not
killed
a comedian.
At the Shatner roast. He's a great actor too, and he killed.
Well, I'm an actor. And so, we do comedy as well as drama. But I think maybe she could have had some plane problems because of the storm last night.
Right. That could have been it. But also the thing of it is that when you sit there on a roast, you're also goofed on pretty heavily.
That's why it's brave what you doing here, Howard. But I think history's going to show these roasts to be the real kind of roast because you hear the bombing, which is interesting, and you become a target yourself.
Yeah. So anyway.
I felt I was roasted on the William Shatner roast.
Thank God you were there. You gave me 5 good minutes.
Yeah. So I don't know how. I got one note. Hey Gary, who is this note from that I got about the Robin roast?
It's a guy that we know who sort of travels in the comedy world. I mean, I know the guy's name, but I can't tell you exactly who he is.
All right, the guy says in his note, I look forward to Robin's account of who killed the hardest. But even though I'm biased, I think she's going to say Whitney Cummings, whoever that is.
She's a female comic who we've actually had on the show. Very hot.
You know what? It's Whitney Cummings' manager. That's who it is.
Oh, and Jeffrey Ross. Jeffrey Ross always kills at those things. Here's a couple of gems about Robin. This was from Jeffrey Ross. If it wasn't for Howard Stern, the only thing you'd be saying into a microphone right now is, hello, welcome to Popeyes. Can I take your order?
Whoa. Wow.
She needed that like a whole net. She flew out to California to get that kind of abuse.
That's fun.
From this comedian Whitney, Robin only sleeps with white men. Robin has fucked so many white dudes, Abercrombie and Fitch took out ad space on her taint.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Robin mostly goes out with black guys. I mean, she was in a relationship with a black guy for over 10 years.
Yeah. He was very black.
He was black as night. Here's another one. Her vagina is like the first 5 minutes of a movie. It's never been seen by a black guy.
I didn't realize that was like a known thing about Robin.
That's like a running theme. I think because Robin speaks a certain way, they assume that she won't have sex with a black guy.
Yeah, all my buddies in high school, who may not be the most enlightened, used to say, she sounds white.
Yeah, exactly.
On this show, you had some guy getting his anus bleached.
Yeah, that wasn't you?
Do that with the reverse?
The one you have on tape?
No.
The one you have on permanent loop in your house?
That's the one George happens to know. You have that one show where the two guys are fucking.
Can you bleach a vagina?
Well, what are you saying? I don't understand. I don't even know where we're going with
if you can bleach the rear,
right?
Can you bleach the front?
But why would you want to bleach your vagina?
Well, because people are saying Robin's is so dark.
Wait. I got to get on. I don't understand something.
It's an odd road we're going down. Yeah.
Robin's vagina is dark? They're not saying that.
Well, they say it's dark.
Who says it's dark?
Oh, you just read something.
No. I read that they were alluding to that she has sex with white guys.
White guys.
Yeah, but you can't. But
the natural conclusion is that her vagina's dark.
But they're not saying anything about her vagina being dark.
I see. Okay, I get it. It's been a while since I've been on this show.
George has already made the show great.
George wants to torture vaginas. No, what they're saying is Robin fucks so many black guys.
Yes,
that her vagina's never seen. She fucks so many white guys. Her vagina, never sees any.
Dark,
right? But they're not saying that it's too dark.
That would be horrible.
And when somebody bleaches their anus, it's because they don't like the brown look.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So early in the morning.
George has already, in 13 minutes, made this one of the best shows we've ever done.
That's right. We can all go home. All right, Robin was out in California. As she said, she was on a red carpet. People are asking all about her 34 Gs, right?
Yes.
34G.
George, this is news to you, isn't it?
Yeah, did you hear?
I know nothing about these things.
Robin went to a bra store, and turns out she's not a 36 double D. She's a 34G. G. Can you imagine?
G.
G has something to do with gravity, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, that's like you never used to. I mean, who ever heard of a natural G? And she's had a breast reduction. Did you know that?
Oh, no, I didn't.
She did.
Yeah. Really?
Many years ago, she had a breast reduction.
I'm going to ask the doctor what happened.
Yeah, I mean, so she must have been
wrong.
what is larger than G? Is there such a thing? Is there a J?
Is there an H?
I've heard of H's.
Have you heard of a J?
No.
Well, Howard, I went to go see a woman named Busty Hart once. Me and
Right.
my buddy Deej and my other buddy.
But those are people who have fake breasts.
Well, yeah,
Right,
but
and
she actually
they're
went
claiming
Yeah, I mean,
these
that-
cup sizes, and they have to have their bras made.
triple M.
Yeah,
Right,
but that's
she's
ridiculous.
having
But it's
that
fake,
made.
right,
Yeah.
triple M.
But you have to ask the woman in the bra store if there's anything bigger than a G cup. It can't be.
Oh, there has to be.
Good Lord. I mean, those poor women, because Robin describes her breasts before she had the breast reduction as, like lead weights, and she couldn't even run. Her harness was ripping into her skin. I mean, she was completely beside herself. There had to be J's, because it wasn't like you went down one breast size. So you must have had 34J. Oh,
Could
my
have been.
God.
Who knows? We'll never know.
What
never
prompted
know.
you to get that reduction?
For real, this is a statistic. The largest natural breast, natural now, is 56 WW.
Wow.
Come on.
I don't think you are 56 WW.
I'm not even close.
Right. That sounds like an obesity.
56?
That sounds like obesity to me.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Jeez.
That's crazy.
But, George, you got cut off. You asked Robin what prompted her to get a breast
Yeah.
reduction. She was in pain, right? Wasn't that the case?
Yeah.
Oh, physical pain.
Absolutely. And there were, ridges
mental.
in my shoulders from, the heaviness
Oh, my.
and so forth.
They were scratching
Back
her feet.
pain when you're on your feet for a long time.
Yeah, she was getting blisters on her nips.
That has got to be. So, Robin, having gone through that, like when I saw Busty Hart at this place, Frank's Chicken House, talk about pathetic. You waited online, you paid her $10, and then you could take a picture with her tits.
Right.
Could you imagine? I mean, how pathetic! And you gave the $10 to her handlers, who looked like, made members of some family. And can you imagine any woman doing that on purpose to themselves for $10?
Whenever we would see those women,
Yeah.
they were handicapping themselves.
Right.
I was like, that is bizarre.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Brad on the phone in Columbus, Ohio. Hi, Brad.
Hey, how are you guys doing today?
Hi.
My wife is a natural 40J. She recently went to Blaine Bryan and was actually measured, and she's a natural 40J.
So there was an actual J bra they could
Wow.
pull out of the back room?
They actually had one there, to be honest. And
Wow.
How does that look when they're naked? I mean, are they huge or do they sag?
They are huge. They hang because they're so heavy. And she actually tried to get a breast reduction, but the insurance company rejected it, said it wasn't medically necessary.
Wow.
But it gets into her back and everything. And I even told the gentleman I spoke to, I can send you guys a picture if you guys would like to see these things.
Yeah. If it's okay with your wife.
No, it's fine with me, Well, I'll send it to you guys. I just need to, get an address, and I'll...
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying if it's fine with your wife, I know it's fine with you.
They're his breasts, too. It's a marriage.
Yeah. As long as she's okay with you sending us a picture, I'm okay with that too.
Them are mine tits too, bitch.
Can you have any fun with them? Can you do things with them that you never could do with any other boobs?
I try to, to be so blunt, I titty fuck her and my cock gets lost.
Wow.
So sexy.
Oh, my
Do guys always want to try that with you because you have
No
a...
one has ever asked. Maybe, they're intimidated.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Maybe they think it'll offend you because it's all about the boobs and guys have boobs. You have G's. Why wouldn't a guy titty fuck you?
Well, it's never been done.
Wow, they're virgin.
Yes. I have a spot on me that's virgin.
I can't believe Jim Florentine, of all people,
stop it.
he's into so many things, this
Stop
guy.
it.
That he never titty fucked you.
Please.
Did he try?
No.
Wow. Everyone has so much respect for you.
What is he, a fag?
Artie.
I'm sorry.
What,
Comedic purposes.
By the way, I have to thank Jim for helping me with my roast jokes.
Oh, yeah. So, here, let me talk to you about that. Thanks, Brad. So, you went out to California to do the Joan Rivers roast.
Yes.
When did you leave for your trip?
Thursday after the show.
Thursday after the show. You got to California without incident?
Yes.
You got there quickly, a 6-hour flight, and you were
The plane took off and landed. Everything was great.
And do they put you in a first-class hotel?
Yes, they put me in the Beverly Wilshire.
Beverly Wilshire. That's a good hotel.
Lovely hotel.
Right on Rodeo Drive. Beautiful
You've
location.
stayed there, George?
We've had dinner there. No,
Right.
we live in Los Angeles, so we don't need to.
You don't
stay
need
in
to
a
go
local
there.
Hotel.
I've stayed at the Beverly Wilshire. It is
Very nice.
as good as a hotel as
So
you
who
can get.
put you up there?
The Comedy Central
Comedy
people.
Central, all expenses paid. In other words, you don't have to. Do you have to pay for incidentals?
They give you a little stipend.
Are your meals covered?
Yes.
No kidding.
If you're eating, I think, at the hotel. But, you know,
Really?
if you're going to a restaurant, you have sort of a per diem. But,
No kidding.
you know, that sort of thing.
Do you get paid for being on a Comedy Central roast?
Yes,
or is
you do.
You do? Mm-hmm. Wow. You think everyone
That
gets
was
that?
a surprise to me, too. No, that's a standard thing, isn't it,
Oh,
Artie?
absolutely. I've done a couple of them. And
Yeah, you would think.
The pay is good. I'll tell you what I made. I don't want to
What'd
talk
you make?
for Robin. For the Hugh Hefner one, I got $5,000.
Right.
And for William Shatner, I got 10 G's.
Wow.
I mean,
You were
know,
underpaid.
What did you get?
Well, they probably wanted you one. I'm a scumbag road comedian. They're like, you know.
George, I mean, you were key in the sense that you worked with Shatner to get you out there. What did they pay you?
25.
25.
Wow. Actually, you don't really know unless you talk to people, right?
Actually, you know, it's funny. The Saget roast, I have a connection to Saget because of Dirty Work. And that, of course, was the one I missed because I was on heroin. But I got offered 15 for that. I would have.
That's pretty good.
So I got it. But even for me, like when the Hefner was when 5Gs was. I mean, 5Gs is still 5Gs, man. But 10
A lot of money.
grand, 10 grand for Shatner, that was sweet.
Yeah. So you get a good amount of money to
Yes.
go do this thing, and you get on the plane, and you're one of the people who roast Joan Rivers. How many people? Do you see the people in the hotel before? Like, do you run into Jeffrey Ross?
I was, running around a lot, so I only ran into Mario Cantone yesterday.
Who were the biggest stars on the day, or whatever they call it, the dais? Like, who runs the roast? Sarah Silverman?
No, Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin.
That's a good choice.
And Kathy is the host. And who beside you? I mean, I imagine you're the biggest star there, but who besides you is there?
Definitely one.
No
of them.
one.
Is that right?
No one you know. No.
Are you serious? Who, is there anyone there of note?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, there are people there you know.
It's kind of sad because you think Joan Rivers.
Well, as one of the roasters pointed out, all of the people who would have roasted Joan are dead.
Yeah, but that's not. It's almost like.
Who would you think would be there of note
Okay.
that would roast Joan? Name somebody big that you think should be there that wasn't there.
I'm thinking going back to the era when she was on Johnny Carson, David Brenner.
David Brenner, I thought, was a conspicuous absence.
Okay. Mel Brooks, maybe.
That's huge. That would be
Who would know Joan from those years. Donald Trump wouldn't do it. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump did a video.
Oh, great. What about? I mean, Joan was a big deal. You know, people say, "Gee, Joan, what's the big deal with Joan?" Joan was the host of the Tonight Show. She was the go-to person to fill in for Johnny Carson.
And they played a video montage of Joan's career, and you remember how incredible and significant she was.
I mean, not only that, because of her appearances on the Tonight Show, she went up against Johnny Carson with her own Fox television show. I mean, she was a big deal.
But early Ed Sullivan appearances,
Right.
women comedians weren't doing that except for maybe Mom's Mabley.
And Toadie Fields. Those are the only two
Yeah.
that I remember.
She was a female pioneer. You
Right.
know, in comedy. Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, who else is on the dais? It's Gilbert Gottfried,
Yes.
you,
Greg Giraldo,
Yeah.
and Jeff Ross.
Lisa. You said Jeff Ross 3 times already.
I didn't say Jeff Ross 3 times.
Lisa Lampanelli, maybe.
No one in show
Lisa,
business ever.
no one in show business was on. Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. All right. Sandra Bernhard, maybe.
No.
Some female comics.
No, it was the only females on were Kathy Griffin, me, and Whitney Cummings.
See, this is like, I knew this from trying to write jokes for you, and this is what they do with these fucking roasts. They tell you someone's going to show up, you bother writing jokes, and then they don't. I wrote you a couple of Suzanne Summers jokes.
And then she didn't show up.
She wasn't there.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to her.
That's what they do all the time.
Yeah,
So-
there were a lot of people in and out.
But you would think like maybe even like Regis Philbin would be there.
Carl Reiner.
Oh, Carl Reiner's a big deal.
He's a big deal.
Who else?
Did he get up and say a few words?
Yeah.
Was he funny?
He was very funny because he took the tack that, like back in my day, we couldn't say any of these things. I feel I'm going to try out my new sense of freedom, and he just said dirty words.
That's great.
He's a funny guy, Carl
He's a
Reiner.
great guy.
He a director of a few Steve Martin movies, like a hip guy.
Well, I received a email. It said, I look forward to Robin's account of who killed the hardest. But even though I'm biased, I guess this guy works with Whitney Cummings.
Uh-huh.
I think she's going to say Whitney Cummings and Jeffrey Ross. Were they the two killers up there? Would you agree with that?
No.
Who were the two killers?
I mean, they were great,
Right.
but I thought Gilbert was incredible. Gilbert was the closer.
He's always good.
And nobody
Did he
could do what Gilbert did.
Did he say anything about Joan Rivers?
Absolutely.
Oh, he did?
He told, but, he mixed it in with some crazy, dirty joke. He told this story about Joan Rivers fucking him when he was a young comedian.
Right.
And blessing him with long life because that's what comes out of her vagina. He used other words. And then she slithered back into the sewer.
See, I was worried about you. I was worried about you going to this thing because I felt that you would get hit with a lot of jokes.
Oh, my God.
From these professional comedians. The guy writes, Jeffrey Ross said about Robin, if it wasn't for Howard Stern, the only thing you'd be saying into a microphone right now is, hello, welcome to Popeyes. Can I take your order?
Racist.
Oh, that was one of the nicer things.
Whitney said, Robin only sleeps with white men. Which I took offense to because you were in a 10-year relationship with a very black man.
People forget about him immediately.
Robin only sleeps with white men. Robin has fucked so many white dudes, Abercrombie and Fitch took out ad space on her taint. Her vagina is like the first 5 minutes of a movie. It's never been seen by a black guy. And you say those are tame compared to what they said about you.
Yes. Gilbert said, I don't know, I couldn't do the setup of the joke, but he said something about me ripping off that woman's face in Connecticut.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. What do you do when they say that? Do you laugh or do you just sit there stunned?
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it seems to me you probably got roasted more than Joan Rivers did.
I think I took a worse beating, yes.
Yeah.
Me and Mario Canton.
Well, it sounds like you honestly were the biggest name there. I mean, I would think.
It sounds like the gay man and the black woman always get the...
Still bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel.
Right.
When there's a gay guy there, it's the best.
Mario took a lot of hits?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, now you got up to speak. What number roaster were you?
I was late in the show.
Were you upset because a lot of people had hit themes about Joan that you already wrote?
No, they were pretty good about, keeping us all separate and not having, people do similar things.
And how were you getting nervous when you were sitting there watching all the professional comedians go? Because this is not your milieu.
If you will.
Right.
Look at him.
I almost threw up during this. Milieu.
It's very brave of Rob.
Some French.
So were you nervous that you had to go up and deliver a comedy speech?
No, surprisingly, sitting there, I was just enjoying the show. Right. I forgot that I had to go.
Wow, you're unlike me. I stress insanely about it.
You felt confident that you could go up there and deliver this thing without being nervous? Or
I was going to do my best at, at whatever. I'd worked on the script, and they had worked on the script with me as long as we could and as hard as we could. And
now,
I'd studied it a lot.
People were pounding you before they got up there. Did you have material about everyone that you could pound back?
I had material about several people on the dais, yeah. And Joan, of course.
And what did you wear to this? You wore a cocktail dress?
I wore a cocktail dress.
Right. Was it cleavage where people could see your G's?
No cleavage.
No cleavage.
But,
why? Why not go with your strongest asset?
The dress, I just picked a dress that I thought was
well, there you are. Well, very attractive. Did you...
That's cool.
Oh, yeah, that looks very nice. There's a picture of Robin we're looking at right now. And so you chose to take all of your braids and pile them high on your head. You didn't let any of them hang down.
Right.
Why is that?
Last-minute decision. I was in a rush.
Why not have a few strands?
Well, again, I was in a rush. That takes a little more time.
And you wore high heels. You look good. You look good in that dress. I would say that was a good choice.
Thank you.
You look fantastic.
Did somebody dress you? Or
no, that's my dress.
That is your decision. Mm-hmm. And why were you in a rush?
Because they picked me up late.
Were you with someone and making love, and then
Sure. There was a white guy looking at the Abercrombie and Fitch
Mario Canton.
You mean after all of this travel, getting out there, paying for you, they're late picking you up?
Yeah, they gave the driver the time they told me to be there.
All right. So you get there. You sit down at the dais. And do they treat it like a real roast? They don't stop down, change tape. There
were just a few stops, but they're not long breaks. They try to keep it going.
All right. Is there an audience? Obviously,
yes,
there's got to be an audience. A lot of people in the audience.
Tons of people in the audience. Enough to fill this studio because it was held in a studio.
Who was the worst roaster in your opinion?
It was probably me. It was really a bunch of good roasters.
Who was the weakest? You? You were the weakest one?
I'm not a roaster.
But did you deliver?
I did what I could do, yes.
So other than you, who is weak?
Who was weak?
Yeah, who-
Tom Arnold, I would say, had a little bit of trouble with his script.
Why did he have trouble? Was the teleprompter not working?
No, the teleprompter was working. He would, hit a word every once in a while that would throw him.
He would garble his word.
And he'd have to, say stop and let's do that again.
He did?
Yeah.
I've never seen someone do that before. He made them stop?
Well, a lot of us did that. I had to do it once, and because I mixed up the punchline.
Really?
But he stopped a few times. Joan stopped a few times.
She did? She
Yeah.
stopped and said, hey, I'm going to do that again?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got to tell you, honestly, I've been to a bunch of these. And again, Robin, you're not a comic, but Tom Arnold is a stand-up comedian. I've never seen someone asked to stop before and go back.
Well,
it's happened.
they told us to do that.
Oh,
too.
really?
They said, if you mess up, stop, and we'll cut it and do it again.
Why
I don't
not?
think we did that at the Shatner roast, did we?
No,
I don't think we
I've never
did.
seen it done
No.
before.
Well, you two are perfect.
Well,
I'm just
aren't
saying.
you guys great?
No.
That was
So
just
let me
a
continue.
pattern.
So you get up there and you followed now a couple of people.
Lots of people.
And you had what? How many jokes? 20 jokes? 30 jokes?
Oh, I would say somewhere in the range of 20, 25.
Did you rehearse your script ahead of time?
Tons of times.
You were in the hotel room, you had your script, and you would go, hello, Joan.
Thank you, Kathy.
Right.
They wrote that for you? So somebody just tipped me off about a rumor. I wonder if it's true. Did Joan have to look at and pre-approve all material?
I don't know that for a fact, but I know that, and this pissed me off.
That
We were told
Melissa was off limits?
Melissa was off limits, and people,
Oh.
especially Artie, had written me killer.
You should have done it
Melissa
anyway.
material.
Should have done it anyway.
And they immediately threw all of those jokes out. And then some people,
That's
like
bullshit.
Greg and Jeff, who don't give their scripts, they're allowed to come in and just
Do their thing.
They had Melissa jokes in there.
What was your best Melissa joke? I want to hear it now.
Oh, but
want me
I
to
didn't
read
even
the
bother
ones
to.
I-
I
What
didn't
did you
bother
have?
to do
I had
them
a
or
couple
learn
of-
them.
Was Melissa there?
Yeah.
I had some that I wrote in my voice. Robin's actually too nice to do this a couple of times, but one of them was, and this is one of the tamer ones, I said, listen, I'm not easily offended by an insulting joke, but years ago when people would ask Joan why she always carried around that little dog, I felt they were being hard on Melissa.
And it looked like Melissa could take it because she really didn't, she didn't cry. when
That's
the
a
other
good
guys
one.
did it.
Robin could have done that.
That was one of the ones I could have done.
That's bullshit.
I'm sorry, Robin. 'cause
Everyone
I
should have
wasted-
said, we're not doing it if it's got to be rules.
I got a couple of ones.
All right, go ahead.
That was one. This is one. Joan and Melissa's careers have many similarities. Joan was one of the first edgy female comics, and Melissa was one of the first assholes to get kicked off I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
But you know what pisses me off about that? I mean, Joan makes fun of everyone and everyone's kids and all of that, and she comments on everything. And, Melissa, she is out there in show business. She is on these shows. She does these shows with her mother. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't tell people not to. All right, if there's one that's particularly offensive, maybe they edit it out, if that's the case, when they discuss it with the comedian.
Well, then, then you got to go do that with Greg Giraldo and Jeff Ross, because nobody's going to be more offensive than them.
Yeah, and you know what? They'll probably keep all that in.
See, you know what? They're nice. This is what pisses. It's really hard. What Robin did is brave, because if you're not a comic, you're at the mercy. That's why all of us were trying to help Robin. Like Giraldo and Ross, when I do one of them, I don't give them shit. I write my own shit. I come there and I said, look, guys, I'm bringing up a piece of paper that I wrote, and I'm saying whatever I want. And it actually makes their life easier, and they let us get away with it. And, of course, me being on your show, I get treated with respect.
What else did you write about Robin? About for Robin.
I'll give you a lot. Some of the.
Go ahead.
This is one that I don't think Robin would have done. This is evil.
Go ahead. Let me hear.
Courtney Love and Joan Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney Love and Joan Rivers teach a course for unhappy housewives. It's a course on how to be so fucking annoying your husband will kill himself.
That's pretty good. Did anybody do any Edgar killing himself stuff?
I even had an Edgar joke.
All right, good.
What does the Hudson, Joan, and Melissa have in common?
What?
They're all rivers with wide mouths.
Good. What else you got?
I feel sorry for Joan. Since Michael Jackson died, she's now the only living person who used to have a faith.
That's a good one.
Melissa and Joan felt they had leverage when they renegotiated their contracts to do award show interviews live from the red carpet. Turns out they could be replaced by any obnoxious cunt who could hold a microphone.
Yeah. That's good. Did everyone bust their balls about that?
Yes,
Yeah.
there was a lot of some red carpet stuff, mostly a lot of plastic surgery.
Right, that's to be
stuff
expected.
And
yeah.
Edgar stuff. And
I had one for Robin, because Robin has the cast. I said, it's uncomfortable up here for me. I had an accident and my hand's been in a cast for 4 weeks. Imagine how Joan feels. Her face has been in a cast for 30 years.
You should have done the show.
Well, actually, I was offered to do it.
And you were busy, right?
You know, it's so ridiculous how my career is like you know, I was offered to do this, and first of all, I would have had to be late like you were, which I did with Shatner, which I do feel bad when I do that to you, Howard. I mean, my priority should be here, but
Right.
you know, it's a good spot, and they review. I don't know why they do it on a Sunday. But I had a gig in St. Louis and a book signing, and I wasn't about to fuck over St. Louis. I would have had to get up Sunday, fly there, and everything. But
why do they do it on a Sunday night?
I don't know. That's a
stupid.
stupid night to do it.
They should do it on a Saturday night,
and everybody could comfortably get it in.
Yeah, but not everyone's from LA.
Want to hear a couple more?
Go ahead.
Seriously, Joan, look at you. How much plastic surgery have you had? Instead of bothering to make a replica of Joan, I heard Madame Tussauds offered her $100,000 to just come there and stand around during business hours.
Good one.
Honestly, though, Joan's career has proven she's worthy of being compared with the great comedy pioneers of the 60s and 70s. I'm sure if Lenny Bruce were alive today, he too would be doing daring stuff like asking Shia LaBeouf who designed his faggot tuxedo.
Can't use the F word. George would get upset.
Oh,
though.
the faggot word.
I mean,
I thought you meant
at a roast,
George
everything.
doesn't
I've given up.
But
Yeah.
I've given up.
At a roast, everything goes. Come on. I mean,
Everything goes. Yes, go ahead.
I had a couple of Suzanne Summers one that she couldn't end up using. Since Farrah Fawcett died, Suzanne Summers has become the most famous blonde who hasn't been hot for 40 years.
Yeah, that was great.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Everyone says Joan is old. That's not entirely true. If Joan's current nose were a person, it wouldn't be old enough to drink yet.
See, these are all good. These are ones you didn't even get to
The only
use.
line of Artie's that I got to use was the one you wrote about Jeff Ross, about getting no film and TV work.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
What is that?
I said, Jeff Ross is here. Of course, where else would he be shooting a movie?
You did that one?
No,
But then I had to follow
the part where
the
you
next
follow
one.
up.
I followed up with this. I said,
Where else would he?
You're cruel.
I followed. It's a fucking roast. I followed up with this. I said, Jeff wonders why he doesn't get any TV or film work. I guess there isn't a big demand for someone insanely ugly who can't act.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
You should have
that I
done
got-
the show.
Did you get that in?
I got to use.
You got to use that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You use. I'm glad these. But then, so I had a couple about Geraldo too, because again, these guys. I was disappointed seeing Greg Giraldo here. When they told me Giraldo was doing the show, I thought it was the famous one.
Guy with the mustache.
But seriously, the producer mispronounced Greg's name. He said Geraldo, not Giraldo. But honestly, you can't fault the guy. He's just one of thousands of people in show business who's never said the name Greg Giraldo.
Who would know how to say it? Too bad you didn't get to use any of these. You must have really good stuff, because these are good.
Those were very good.
Yeah.
But I had a set script by that time, and I liked, the stuff
what?
I had.
Comfortable with your material.
And there was a lot of, you know what you find when you start to do this stuff, everybody's going down the same road.
Right.
So you find a lot of redundancies.
Right.
Everybody,
It's hard going
and
late.
even people. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about prior to.
Right.
When people are writing for you, you get the same joke.
Right.
Basically reworked 100 times. Everybody was writing about recycling
And the writers
and biodegradable and shooting Joan into space because she's a hazardous
Material.
material.
Well, the first joke I wrote for Robin was I said,
Go ahead.
Joan gave me some great career advice, which I'm taking. So I want to announce the Robin Quivers show weekday mornings on K-Rock. were you the one who told McLean Stevenson to leave MASH as well? You were getting some bad career advice back then. Who was your agent, Jackie Martling? And then I gave her one that I said, I wrote it, and I said, it was fine to do. I said, my coworker Artie Lange gave me some career advice that I didn't take, which, of course, the advice was, of course, to do heroin and not show up.
Good advice. So
you know what? I'm sorry, Robin. I because half of what I wrote was about Melissa, and it's just they do that to people who aren't a comic. These motherfuckers, they make you stick to something, and then it's not natural.
Well, I think it actually gives the writers they hire something to do.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, anyway, so you went out there, and you get up there and you deliver what, 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
No, it's not that long, is it?
Right.
Usually you do like. After they edit it, sometimes it's 3 to 5 minutes, but usually you do
maybe 7.
I usually do about 8 to 10.
Right.
They let the comedians do longer, and then they cut it out. Yeah.
So it could be about 5 minutes.
Now, was Joan laughing during your segment?
Yes, she was.
Did she cry at any point during anybody's? Like, did she get upset with anyone? Did she stand up?
I noticed that she didn't laugh at any of the Melissa jokes. I would always look over when a Melissa joke happened, and she did not laugh. She just had an expression that didn't change.
That's really funny to me because, Joan, I happen to know, says some really horrible things about some people who are, people's daughters.
She opened the show by walking out with this multicolored group of children and said Brad and Angelina were having a garage sale.
Right.
I'm going to say this right now. I don't like Joan Rivers.
You don't?
I don't
Well,
because
we can tell that.
I mean because I said like Shatner, and I don't like William Shatner either.
Right.
Because of how.
All right, we know they don't treat you well.
But I'm just saying. It's not just us. It's not just me. Like I've seen and heard other stories. She's very, very much a star fucker and very phony, I feel. And,
wait a second. Hold it. You're saying that because
for her to agree to be roasted, I'm not just basing it on me, I'm basing it on other stories. For her to agree to be roasted, her daughter is a celebrity, okay? Put herself out there. And, I'm sure Geraldo and Ross's jokes were funny.
No, I agree. It's crazy to have off-limits to
material if you're going to be roasted.
If you're going to be roasted, you got to go in there. And Joan knows. She's a comedian.
My God, Howard, you're talking about, fucking white guys. Gilbert did this thing on my molestation?
Right.
Oh my God.
What did he do?
He said, Robin is, I can't do Gilbert's voice, but he started talking about how, she was molested, and every time you talk to her, she's telling you, my father touched me, and his penis went here, and his penis went there. And she says, she's proud of it.
She likes it.
And then he goes on about, and then, every time her father fucked her, he would say, don't tell anybody. She thinks it's because he didn't want anybody to know. Because, he shouldn't have been doing it. No, he was embarrassed.
Oh, man.
He was fucking his, like my ugly, unattractive daughter.
So, in other words, if you're taking that, which is terrible.
Oh, my God.
Which is inappropriate.
Oh, it should be against the law.
Gilbert was being inappropriate.
So, of course, everyone should be fair game.
Right.
That's right. That's what a roast is. And the more uncomfortable the roast is, the funnier it is.
But I'll tell you, Howard, you're wrong. They're not going to. The only time I got some at the Shatner roast, and I don't know if they told George this because he was clearly paid more than me, but they said, okay, here's what's off limits. His wife dying in the pool. Okay?
Right.
And I said to the producer, I said, well, what if I do one? He goes, you could do it, but I don't care if it brings the house down and kills. It
won't be in.
It won't be in the show. So even if Geraldo and Ross, I'm sure those two guys, they're great comics, had funny jokes, they're going to edit them out. And, Shatner's wife dying in a pool is brutal. But how about you? You got molested. You're taking that bullshit.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers has a daughter who puts herself out there to be famous.
Well, I made that point. It's wrong for her to put that down, but this is what people agreed to. But listen, that's it. I agree with you. I mean, why belabor it? But the fact of the matter is, you did it.
Even Joan took the molestation shot.
She did?
She did it, too.
What did she say?
I'm trying to think what she was like, Gilbert, you're right. And then she... her line was, she should have been happy that guy paid any attention to her.
Wow. And you can't say something about her daughter. That's fucking great.
Hey, why are you not more grateful to your father?
He was paying. That was quality anytime.
My father didn't pay any attention to me. I mean, what's your problem?
You poor thing.
Wow.
They beg me at every roast. Every roast I do, they beg me to ask you to come. Even just, I mean, of course, like to get roasted or to beg.
Yeah, I don't want to be roasted.
They beg me like that's the only reason they asked me to come. If, say you were roasted, like we talked about it here.
Right.
Would you have the balls to say something's off limits?
No, in fact, that's why I won't be roasted.
Right.
The fact of the matter is,
don't get roasted.
I don't want to be roasted
Right,
because
right.
A, I have a very thin skin. I know this about myself, and I will get up and beat the shit out of someone. So why would I want to do that and go to jail?
I'll tell you what,
Wait a
man.
minute, I just thought of another Artie joke. Didn't you write the joke that, it's really uncomfortable being up here with a lot of comedians who can't get on the Stern Show?
I thought that'd be a great record because it's true. It's awkward being up here with a bunch of comics who can't get on my show.
But it's true. I mean, listen, I'm going to be roasted here before the end of our stay, and I will not tell anyone to take anything off the table. I really won't, because it wouldn't be funny.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be willing to sit there and cringe.
Getting those shots.
Well, you've been roasted again. Whenever we do the roast,
Yeah,
you
really.
and Robin become targets. But are you really going to? Oh, that's a definite. I didn't know that. You're going to get roasted.
I'm assuming we're going to do it. I mean, how could I not before we end our run here at Sirius?
Because it's another thing to have all these roasts and not be roasted yourself.
Right. And the whole idea was maybe we'll have like a big event somewhere.
Take it out of
here. We can take it out of
It's
here.
a news event.
Yeah, and have some fun with it. But
Because like I said, Comedy Central begs me to have you. Why not do it yourself? But I'll tell you, you learn a lot about yourself when you get roasted. When I was roasted in here, like you said, Howard,
you learn what people are thinking.
I'm a comedian, and I bust balls, and I felt like a hypocrite. There's a couple times I wanted to punch somebody in the face.
Right.
Like you really.
Of course.
And you're sitting there.
And of course,
and you're like,
I would never-
everybody took the shot that I'm riding your coattails
Right.
and that I'm up your ass so far. Joan said that I had to be sedated when you had a colonic.
That's a good one.
How did Joan's rebuttal was Joan's rebuttal really good?
Oh my God! Yeah, she was really
Joan's the ultimate pro.
amazing.
Joan,
Amazing.
Joan is an amazing pro.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she is.
She's quite spectacular.
Yeah, she's a spectacular comedian. She really had an amazing career, and
I got respect for her talent.
Yeah, and continues to have tremendous career.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought Gilbert just tore the room apart, and Joan followed him and did great.
Right. Well, anyway, so it sounds like you were happy you did it.
I had fun.
Yeah, and you didn't break from the pressure, and you were triumphant, as
What
I
pressure
said.
did I have on you?
Well, because when you get up in a room, you want to get laughs, and you don't want to suck. You know what it's like when we play these tapes back and somebody blows. We have a field day with them.
It's hard, man.
It is hard.
Comedy is hard.
But again, it's more pressure for someone like me or a Ross because
That's what I said. They were Greg was trying to make me nervous. When I'm sitting in the makeup room, he comes over and goes, Robin, this is the time when everybody really starts to shake. And I'm like, get out of here. You're expected to be funny.
I'm not. If you can just get up there and talk,
That's
people
right.
are congratulating
I
you.
wrote one where I said, Greg Giraldo does these roasts, of course. These roasts are his only link to show business.
There's a lot of that before.
It's so true.
Unless, of course, you count this upcoming Tuesday through Sunday at Boca Nuts in South Florida.
So, Robin, you made your comedic debut at Joan's Roast.
Yes.
And how do you feel it went?
I felt, quite frankly, you can't evaluate yourself. I don't know how comedians feel. But you can gauge an audience. You have a thing there. You're timing it, and this was all very new to me, and it's much more complicated than some people would give comedians credit for. But the reaction afterwards, and if people were telling me the truth, I must have done okay.
Now, do you feel like all eyes are on you because you're not a stand-up comic?
No, actually, you have people rooting for you. It's completely the opposite. The expectations are much lower because you're not a comedian, and if you do anything at all, they're happy.
And do you think you crossed any lines?
Crossed any lines?
You with Joan, yeah.
No. Please, she crossed them with me, bitch.
How was it? You got some shrapnel, right?
How? These people are like lions.
They were
with
ruthless?
a new piece of meat. They were ridiculous.
You were able to take it, though, right?
Oh, I tell you, anything that's funny, I'm going to laugh.
Hey, by the way, I didn't even mention, did you hear that like Larry King stopped by the Wrap-Up Show the other day for like 2 seconds? He was in the building doing a bunch of serious satellite meetings, not meetings, but talk shows. And he walked by the Wrap-Up Show for 2 seconds.
I didn't know that.
Well, there was only 3 minutes left in the Wrap-Up Show, which I don't even understand. I've said to Tim, if the Wrap-Up Show has something cool going on, why do they have to end it exactly on time? And then he said something has to do with the computer and like the scheduling of the shows, that you have to end completely on the hour.
But we didn't have to.
No, I don't know why. If Larry King's there, the guys wanted to keep going with him because it was sort of fun. And I don't know. My philosophy has always been, if something good is going on, let it keep going. Who cares? If the guys want to sit there and talk to Larry King, let them. I wonder what's going on there with this. It's called a profit system in the computer, and all of our shows after we do them live have to go into the computer system because we replay them, and in the replays they have to end on the hour. And I'm like, why? Who cares? I don't even care if a show ends on the hour. What I mean, like our show.
Somebody made up that rule, and Tim's sticking to it.
I think Tim made up the rule, and Tim's sticking to it. Tim here or no, Gary? Like, why do you guys have to end exactly at 11 o'clock? Larry King's there. You're sitting there. You're having a good time. Go for a half hour. Go for an hour.
I don't think Tim's in yet. I'm calling now.
Yeah.
It may be the only thing he can control.
Yeah, he's got to let go of that. Have you ever been given an explanation, or John?
We have permission to go over now. John just told me.
Is that right?
Yeah, but like it won't come up for another year. Like I even said to somebody that day, "Can we keep going?" And they sort of shook me off.
Who's they?
I might have asked like Jim or somebody.
Oh.
So now we got to wait for Larry King, like Haley's Comet, to show up again.
The rule is if you're in there, we can go as long as we want to go.
Yeah.
If you come in.
Okay.
Other than that.
Well, who made that rule?
Tim.
But why? What's the thinking behind it?
My understanding is the show has to end because of the rest of the schedule and everything.
But what is the schedule? They just rerun our show.
Yeah, the replay starts at, I guess we're done by 11, so at 11 o'clock, the replay has to start, and then it affects the rest of the day. I don't know.
Yeah, but let's say they replay our show, and you guys finish at 11:20, and they start the shows at 11:30. Who gives a fuck? I mean, no one's sitting there going, oh, man, they didn't start at the top of the hour with the shows.
We're going to miss the next show.
Yeah, I mean,
it is the same show.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the... I would love to know what his thought process is in that.
That's Tim. You got to ask him. But
Tim has this move whenever I ask him something. Of course, he goes, I brought it up to you, and you told me you wanted it this way. And
That's exactly what he said about that, Howard.
No, I've never once said that. Ever. What? You know me. I'm the guy who used to go to... On terrestrial radio, I would go over. And I'd say, who cares? Let me sit here all day. I'm the only one getting ratings. Why are you in a rush to play music? I mean, so... He always blames it on me, Tim. And I know listen, my whole philosophy in radio is you don't need a schedule. Hey, Tim, how come we have to end the wrap-up show if Larry King walks in?
Well, I told John, I says, if you guys wanted to go, you could have gone. And he says, well, don't we end at the top of the hour? So we discussed it. And they just decided, they didn't even ask me. I was in the room, so.
Right. No, but I'm saying.
You weren't. Jim, I asked Jim, I said, can we keep going? And he sort of shook his head.
Yeah,
you weren't in the room.
Yes, I was in the room. I was standing right there with Larry King. I was looking at him.
Oh, so you said you weren't in the room.
I was in the room.
So, Gary, you asked and Tim shook his head no?
JD's yelling Tim wasn't in the room either. If
I was
in the room,
I was
unaware because the room was crowded that day.
I patted Larry King on the back on the way out. I says, thanks for stopping by. And if you guys wanted to go, you could have went. There's no problem with that. The thing is that we like.
You've always told me there's a problem.
Well, we like to end the show at the top of the hour, you know, so because it fits in. When we did 6-hour blocks from 6 a.m. until till noon,
right?
You know, that block would replay from noon until 6, from 6 to midnight to 6 a.m.
Who cares?
Well, it just because of the spots and everything else that had to run within it.
Oh. Okay, from now on, what's the rule? The boys can go as long as they want?
They can go as long as they want. Sure.
Okay, good.
They can end. They should end at the top of the hour if they can. It makes life much easier. But if there's something there that they can go longer.
Makes it easier to put the stuff in the computer.
Exactly. And the other thing is that you and I had a conversation about that.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Remember the wrap-up show?
Yeah, I remember it just like it was yesterday. Okay, what's the conversation? He always does this to me.
It's
true. We
true.
had a conversation about this, and you told me.
You told me. Remember, you wanted the wrap-up show to go. It's like an hour-long show.
Right.
And that,
And if something is going on, let them go.
Right. Well, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. But I didn't have any conversation about this.
No, we talked about the 1 hour.
Okay. No,
we did.
Don't you remember the conversation where I said, let it run as long as it wants? You were there. Don't you remember that? This is what you do. Don't you remember that conversation?
No, you and I talked about it.
Don't you remember when you and I had a conversation?
I
said, let it run.
exactly.
Okay, there you go.
Good. Okay, good. We're even.
Tim. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're losing weight again, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
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 Good. What are you doing this time? No green drink?
No, green drinks.
You're doing green drink?
Yeah, Robin and I started the detox yesterday.
Yep.
No ayahuasca?
No, thank you.
Ayahuasca?
No ayahuasca, no ayahuasca.
No.
You know.
Oh, you're doing green drink, huh?
Yeah.
And what else? Because you always.
But I do like a salad. I don't do like total, but I do like a salad or something like that. Just so, but I watch what I eat.
Yeah.
No more carbs.
Right.
Crap.
Carbs aren't the problem, dude.
Well,
vegetables are carbs.
It's a combination of exercise and putting the right food in your system. But the more green you put into your system, the better. The more oxygen you put in your body, it pushes out all the impurities. You feel better. You have more energy. You think clear. You sleep better.
All right. I'm getting woozy.
Again, vegetables are carbohydrates.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can talk to Tim afterwards about that. Explain it to him again.
Robin, I tried calling you twice last night, by the way.
I tried to call you back, by the way.
Yeah. And Tim's on fire. Tim once, what was Tim's quote once? Food doesn't control him. He controls food. I think you taught him that.
No, he came up with that on his own.
Yeah.
I never declared him not under the control of food.
Nothing that wacky came out of your mouth.
Cookies are my weakness. I now have the tools in order to take the weight off.
I think food gained control again.
Well, like I said, I never declared him. He decided that on his own.
But he looks good.
You're unable to do the lifestyle, you can't take the job.
Right. Sometimes Tim talks so fast and gets all charged up that, you don't know what he's saying. He comes out with all those things.
Your point is valid and well taken.
Right.
Timitudes.
Right.
There's so many projects and initiatives going on around these channels.
Timisms. Tim. I do like that guy. Tim.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Why would you name a kid Tim? Although, what do you name a kid? Timothy. What do you name a kid?
Form.
Where the hell does that come from? Timothy.
Oh, they
Howard.
were talking about Mariah Carey's kids' names on The View, and it's Moroccan was where
they decorated.
It is a room in her house. It's the Moroccan room, but that's where Nick proposed to her.
Oh, so the kid's got to be stuck with that shitty name,
right?
Moroccan.
Yeah.
Hey, Wally, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard.
Hey, now.
I was really upset that they were ending the show like that on Larry King. 3 minutes in, Larry's just giving off this whole itinerary of what he's doing and where he's going to be appearing. It was hilarious. He's like, Boston, L.A., England, guacamole. I'm like,
I know, I heard. I'll play it. Did you hear it, Robin?
No.
Yeah, it was really good, and then I wanted it to keep going, and then all of a sudden the rule came up. And I said, who made this rule that the guys can't keep going? Go. I don't mind. I mean, listen, you don't want them droning on for 4 hours, but if they got something cool happening, let it go.
Yeah, that was an unusual circumstance.
That's right. I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with that. I'm the guy who says break the rule. There's no rule.
Content is king.
Content is king. Thank you. All right.
Howard, he had no idea that anybody that was in there in the wrap-up show worked for you. He's like, who are all these guys? I assume you're all fans?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right, I'll play it.
Thanks for taking my call, Howard.
It's real quick, actually. He's only on for like 3.5 minutes.
He doesn't. What do you mean he doesn't know? He doesn't know he's on Howard 100.
Well,
he knew.
He just who knows what he knows.
Here's what they told him. They said, would you like to go do, this is the wrap-up show after Howard's show. And he said, is Howard going to be in there? And they said no, and then he came in.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he tells Gary afterwards he'd be happy to do our show that we don't ask. But meanwhile, we've called this publicist.
A million times, I'm sure.
They don't want to. Listen, probably rightly so. Here's the wrap-up show where Larry King walked in.
Larry, come on over to this microphone. Larry King stopped by. How you doing, Larry? Come right over to this microphone.
Wow. How many hosts?
Just two hosts.
Just us.
And a lot of
Don't
guests.
worry, I'm leaving.
That's Howard's limo driver, who's also got 100-something thousand Twitter followers.
Oh.
He only has 80-some thousand.
So, Larry.
How is Howard?
He's good. How come you never come by and do the show?
I'm never asked. How's his interpreter?
He's good. We'd always love to have you on the show.
How we do, Howard? I've got nothing against Howard.
Good. We'd love to have you. What are you promoting?
How old is he at this point?
You know, it's hard to track his age as much as it is his marriages.
But the thing about him that's noticeable when you see him in person is he can't weigh more than 100 pounds.
Yeah, he's like an elf. He's like from Middle Earth.
Yeah, he's like a hobbit.
It says here 77.
Okay.
That's how old he is, but he looks older. Honestly.
He's always looked older than 77.
Yeah.
I don't recall him ever looking 77.
So he somehow he keeps saying through this interview that he's a stand-up comedian now, but then when you question him more, it turns out he's not really a stand-up comedian. It sounds like he tells stories about his life. Well, I don't know. It's not quite stand-up comedy with like jokes, but he talks about his life when he does these shows, and you know, he can't sit still. He didn't want to give up that CNN show.
No, he was forced out.
And quite frankly, I'm sure if the boys had him there longer, they would have said, you know, don't you feel sort of vindicated? Because I think the ratings were actually higher with Larry than they are with Piers Morgan.
And aren't they bringing Larry back for some kind of a special already?
Maybe, I don't know.
I heard a promo for that.
But now, because he can't sit still, he's going out doing a stand-up tour. And I thought it was a joke. He goes like, I just got back from Lisbon, you know, and I guess because CNN's heard all over the world, he has some sort of audience in every country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing a comedy tour.
Stand-up comedy?
Yeah. I've always done conventions and things, and now when I kind of semi-retired, am I on? Because I don't hear myself.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a high. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves his voice.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
Oh, thank you.
Let me just talk for a while.
How many cities you doing?
Oh, I got a list here. I'm doing, I start this Saturday in Borgata in Atlantic City, and then the Wilbur in Boston, and then Biloxi, Reno, Las Vegas, Chandler, Arizona, Reykjavik, Iceland, Stockholm, Sweden, Bergen, Norway.
When he said Reykjavik, Iceland, I thought, oh, he's making a joke. Maybe he is funny. But he wasn't making a joke.
No, he's really going there.
It's Larry King in Iceland. Good. I don't even know how you say hello in Iceland.
Are you really going to Reykjavik?
Yeah.
Wow.
Copenhagen, Munich, London, Morristown, New Jersey, Westbury Music Theater, Ottawa, Toronto, Santa Rosa, California, Newport News, Virginia, Tampa, Naples, West Palm Beach.
And when you stopped doing the CNN show, did you know you were going to do stand-up? Did you want to do something, or did you think you were done?
I actually want to go to the show. What the fuck could he be talking about? I mean,
Isn't it true?
Yeah.
Or are these just fairy tales that he's making up?
I don't know. Like, he comes out on stage and starts talking about what?
I mean, he's not going to tell you the real stories of his life about how he married 8 women.
I fucked this one, and the first night I met her, I fucked her.
And had a gambling problem and all of that. So he must be making up some stories.
Don't you have a feeling it might be like the Charlie Sheen tour, like sort of nobody knows what's going to happen that night?
Well,
and then like within 5 minutes you go to, does anyone have a question? Winning.
I actually imagine he's put some thought into it.
You think?
My nephew is Scott Zeiger. He's a big Broadway producer, and he's often seen me speak at conventions. And he says, geez, you're funny. Why don't we put together where you do stand-up? And they worked on this show. We got a producer and everything. And I go on stage. It's about 80 minutes of stories. It's all funny. I don't do anything serious. But I do. Last Thursday, I was in Portugal. I spoke at a big conference. I just did funny stuff.
But is it more like a stand-up comedy show? Or is it more like stories of your life and you're funny?
Correct. It's stories of my life. If there's a similar thing, it would be like Billy Crystal's 700 Sundays. I get up, stories of childhood, stories of broadcasting off the air.
Amazing. He's already in that category of Billy Crystal.
Yeah, he's right up there.
Yeah.
On the air stories.
That's some rarefied air. This must be some show.
Family stories, funny stories.
So after many years broadcasting, you finally decided to give it up.
Yeah.
Howard's been doing it forever. Do you think Howard will continue to do it? And
I remember we do know I'm going to continue for 5 years.
When have you talked to Larry King?
I don't know.
Why is he asking?
But Larry does have an answer.
When Howard was in Washington. How old is Howard now?
57 years old.
So he's been in how long?
He's been doing this at least 34 years, something like that.
Okay. I started in 57. How many years is that? 54 years.
Right.
That's a lot of years. So I'm 77.
He wins.
What does that got to do with anything? We're doing math.
I think he feels competitive with me. He goes, well, I've done it 54 years. Howard's only done it 34 years.
Think how tired
When I was 57, I never thought I'd leave. 57.
Right. Do you miss it?
I got ties older than that.
Do you miss it?
I miss it when there's a story like Osama bin Laden is killed, and I miss it when terroragedy happens in Japan. But
That's a new word.
Terroragedy.
Terroragedy.
I don't miss it when a prince is getting married. Who cares?
He doesn't marry. He doesn't miss broadcasting when those princes get married, and I don't blame him.
Well, he's had so many marriages. Marriage can't possibly excite him.
Can't be interesting.
I don't want Kardashians. I could do without. You know how I describe it. I got mixed emotions. I feel I want to do it so bad one day, and then one day I don't miss it at all. It's like watching your mother-in-law go over the cliff in your new car.
Are you keeping tabs on how Piers is doing over there?
I watch Piers occasionally. He's okay. I think I like Piers. It's very different from me, and actually, it's hard. I'm a poor judge of it because I try. It's hard to be objective.
All right. Unfortunately, we got to wrap up today's wrap-up
That's
show.
it. That's the wrap-up.
That's it. We're done. We're out.
So all of you are like Howard Sternites, right?
Yes.
You follow him.
Yep. We do.
He's your
We
leader.
work for him.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah, I understood the audience's frustration because I was frustrated too. I was like, oh, hey, this is kind of interesting. Let's keep going. This could get to some good stuff. And then what else do we have to do? We have a whole fucking empty day. So.
He had his first special on CNN on May 1st.
Oh, he did? Okay. Yeah. So that was that. But a little.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
That's an opportunity you don't get all the time.
Although you never know. Maybe it would have gone downhill from there and you would have.
We'll never know.
That's right.
I was going to work my way to, have you ever heard your wife on the show? And that would have been weird, but that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, that would have been a good question. Too bad Well, now you know. Just go. Just do your show. You don't have to end it directly at 11 if you have something big going on. Yesterday it was a pretty good wrap-up show you guys did yesterday when Benjy was arguing with Ronnie. I was listening to that. That was pretty good.
I heard they aren't speaking.
There's something going on between.
Well, Ronnie's like a big baby. I was listening to it. He was like, Benjy. First, well, it's not that Ronnie's a big baby. The two of them together are just not.
It's two big babies.
Yeah. Benjy is just genuinely odd, and a lot of us do think that some of the oddness is put on. And I guess what happened was, Ronnie stands in the hall, and he's there to make sure there's no nonsense and that everything's cool. And when a guest comes in, he pats them down, make sure they're not fucking crazy. And so he gets to see a lot of what Benjy's up to, and Benjy's weird.
Yes.
But we're not sure if Benjy's weird intentionally because he's looking for attention and he wants to be like an Andy Kaufman, or maybe he's just genuinely weird. And then when Ronnie calls Benjy out on stuff, Benjy gets all freaked out. And you don't know if that's for real. The whole thing's combustible. So the other day, Benjy was coming in, and because he's had that issue with me that he's been late where I'm going to fire him, he's now decided that when he swipes his card when he comes in, because we have key cards, when he swipes his card, it's good because then he can be on record as having been here.
I was wondering why he did that because, there have been times when I come in like either just before him or whatever, and I swipe it and the door's clearly open, and he stands there and he does a reswipe.
Yeah, well, that was what happened. So Benjy did the reswipe thing while the door was open. People were holding the door for him, and he stood there and reswiped. And Ronnie was like, "What are you doing?" And then he started off with this explanation about how he wants to be seen as on time. And Ronnie says, that's ridiculous. Why don't you do that out where we aren't? There's another key card position where you could be swiping all you want and none of us would see it. You're doing it because you want to be noticed. And then they got into a whole argument.
This morning, he comes in and Fred holds.
And it's just funny to hear Ronnie argue with that Queens or New York accent, whatever accent that is. I don't even know. It's the most severe New York accent I ever heard.
He's crippled.
Yeah, and then he starts yelling over Benjy. It's entertaining as hell.
So this morning, he comes in and Fred holds the door for me. He doesn't have to put his card there, but he's standing there, keeps putting the card there. For like a shtick thing. So
no, it wasn't. I'll give you an exact explanation of what happened.
Don't say it to me because it's got nothing to do with me.
Okay, so this is what upset
the security
Ronnie.
people said, "What the fuck is wrong?"
And
with
I will
this guy?
explain what happened. Because I've had a reputation of being late. And I've said before, you guys accuse me of being late. I always want there to be a record of when I come in. That's why
There would be a record on the other door.
But Ronnie, I swear on my life, that was exactly what's going through my head.
So the conversation starts escalating, and before you know it, neither one of them know what they're talking about. And
I was like, well, this is pretty innocuous.
No,
How could this turn into a fight?
But like Benji's like, well, why are you so angry about this? So what if I swipe the door and Ronnie's like, it's you, and I don't care. You're just weird. And then Benji goes, well, if you don't care, why the hell are you yelling so much?
I checked in.
Okay, great, but you could have done it on that door where you wouldn't. That's not where people who don't know
Ronnie,
you.
I
Benji,
wasn't doing
people
it for...
who don't know you think you're out of your fucking mind. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But you don't believe me.
Okay, but you're saying because I wanted to check in my card, in effect.
I think Ronnie's trying to be me on the air, like where he berates Benji, maybe.
You think?
And, yeah, well, that's what it sounds like. Because really, why does Ronnie care?
Again. Maybe people did think I was crazy, but you're angry about that.
But
I wasn't doing it.
I don't care. It had nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you what people said to me after you walked by.
So you have emotion about that.
You could have clocked in on the other door, and they never would have seen it.
That wasn't in my... Ronnie,
okay? That's what I'm saying.
That wasn't in my head.
You made it so everybody saw what was going on.
No, I didn't, Ronnie. That's what you're assuming.
They went at it for a good, I don't know. What was it, 10 minutes, Benji, at least?
Yeah, at least like that.
Yeah.
We've all worked with each other for a long time. Yeah. It's a nice atmosphere. We all enjoy
it. It is. It's great.
You are constantly a dick to me. Constantly. And I'd rather we just didn't talk to each other if you're going to be like that.
Okay, that's the way you want it. It's fine with me.
No, I'm saying
fine. It's settled. It's settled. We don't have to talk.
Well, you're kind of being a babyish.
No, I'm not. You just said.
No.
What did you just say? You don't want. You'd rather not talk to me. It's fine.
I said we don't have to.
You think I'm going to cry and lose sleep over it? No, I doubt it.
I don't understand why you have to. You go out of your way to be insulting and rude all the time.
Insulting and rude. Okay. Okay, fine.
So where are we at?
We're at. I don't have to talk to him.
All right.
That's where we're at.
What's an example of Ronnie being insulting and rude? Going out of his way to do so.
He's always like yelling at me, like when I'm just like I said, walking to the bathroom or something. He's like, "Oh, why you have to do? Why you have to like?" I will try to, if you want me to, I'll keep track of it from the future.
Like he comments on your moves.
It's only I yell at you for no reason.
Well,
None
I'll give
at
you
all.
an example. Like you're yelling at me today about using my key card because you thought
I didn't yell at you. I'm just telling you what people presume of you, pal. That they think you're out of your fucking mind. That's the reputation you have here with everybody in this lobby in the morning.
I'm sure you help it a lot.
No, I don't. I don't have to.
You were yelling at me this morning when I was trying to use my key card. Yes, you were,
Benji,
Ronnie.
I didn't say a freaking word to you this morning.
You absolutely
did.
did.
First of all, I wasn't even there. I was walking out
and
as
you started
were
yelling
in.
at me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, maybe there's a video.
No,
of
I
it.
didn't.
You absolutely did.
Oh, I so did. Now you don't have to worry about me yelling at you.
Why?
Believe me, because I won't fucking say another word. You're dead. You're not even there.
Wait, now you're threatening not to yell at me?
It's like Ronnie gets worked up right away because like Benji goes, look, if we can't work this out, I'd rather not talk to each other. All right, we're not talking to each other then.
You
Fine.
don't have to worry about a thing.
Yeah. He misses the. It's wild between those two.
90% of the people here, I think I have a good relationship with.
I didn't say I didn't have a good relationship with you, dude. You're the one who's putting it all out there that I don't like you, that I'm on your back all the time. Maybe I'm on, like you said, maybe I'm on your back because I don't want to see you in trouble all the time. Because you used to be in trouble constantly with Howard, and you'd sit there and you'd pull the same shit like you're pulling on me now. That he doesn't like you, that he's talking down to you, all kinds of crap like that.
But I don't like to be. I don't listen.
You don't like authority. That's your problem.
There might be some truth to that, but I don't like you constantly.
You don't like authority, and that's my fucking hallway. I'm sorry. And when you act like an idiot there, I'm going to tell you about it. If you don't like it, it's too bad. I'm sorry.
There you go. Well,
that's great.
There's rules, dude.
It's my hallway.
Dude.
You have no idea how people are looking at you. You're crazy as shit.
You know what I have to say? I'm taking Ronnie's side on this.
Yeah.
This is the most sense Ronnie's ever made.
Right. Well, listen, I agree. I don't know why Benji's carrying on with his key card, but who cares? Let him sit there and swipe his key card.
I saw him do that, and I'm like, I don't know why he's doing this.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Right, he has his reason. Let him do it. I don't care.
No, but what Ronnie is saying, he was yelling at Benjy, trying to help him out because he was always in trouble.
Right.
And Benji's genuinely weird, and he does strike people as odd.
This is an intervention.
Well, Ronnie's
very
trying
much often is not on the money. He's on the money here.
Well, he's trying to tell him, listen, if you're concerned that you're not connecting with people think you're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go, that's Benjy.
By the way, Ronnie is as weird as they come, so Ronnie would know.
Maybe that's why he figured this out.
Yeah. Ronnie's got that permanent scowl on his face.
Oh, dear.
Where are you at with Benjy now? Like, where is it? You're not talking to him at all? Well, what's your position?
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, hello, how are you?
That's it.
Yeah.
Just
Boom.
business.
And for his information, the gentleman that was here yesterday when this all went down.
Yeah, the security guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there right now. He's here today.
Yeah.
And he just said when Benjy walked in this morning, he goes, how come he's not playing with his card again? How come he's not holding the door? How come now he's not wearing his helmet like he does all the time? You know.
I saw that helmet today.
Yeah. He wears it. Like.
Yeah. That's the other weird thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you rode your bike here
Would you wear a
and
helmet?
you parked it downstairs,
right?
Wouldn't you take it off when you walked into the building?
All I know is he walked into my thing here today, and I just looked at JD and I go, look, and he looks over at Benjy. We both start laughing because Benji's searching for attention because he's wearing this he doesn't wear a normal bike helmet. You know those cool bike helmets?
Right.
And he wears
a thing.
He wears like a skateboarder's helmet.
It looks like a World War I.
It looks like he's a special needs child.
Yeah, right. He looks retarded in this weird biking helmet that